1 decade ago, Mojang and Telltale announced the first ever Minecraft spin-off game, Minecraft Story Mode. After its massive success, Mojang and Telltale announced its follow-up sequel 2 years later. I played Minecraft Story Mode Season 2 for the first time. Minecraft Story Mode Season 2. Cool.
I always like stories where the
Ryan Gosling! We're introduced to Jesse and the gang, where Lucas is showcasing the book he's been working on about all of our adventures thus far. After the quick recap, we're told that today is Founders Day, the exact day that Jesse and his friends annihilated the Witherstorm and founded the New Order of the Stone. The entirety of Beacon Town, that the Order of the Stone looks over, another town celebrates this day every year. We're then introduced to the new side character, Radar, voiced by Yuri Lowenthal. He's a new manager of the town, delivering a message from Panchurch Boot to Timka. What am I doing?
Nice. We should get going.
No, I do not have any reserved time for, the thing. This is when Wall, Olive, and Ryan Gosling tell me that they have their own founding day stuff at Redstonia and Boomtown. Also to mention the very cold take that whoever chose the new voice actor for Olive did a horrible job. She is a completely whole different character. Also, I don't think I even need to mention the music, but it's just so tasteful, man. Anyway, after the group meetup, we get to roam around Beacon Town a bit, getting closer to Plexiglass's mines. During so, we're introduced to a previous character, Nell, who has us build something. After building Peak, we're introduced to some more previous characters, Snappy Longhead and Stacy Plays, which was one of the coolest representations of the Minecraft community that Mojang has ever done since. After that, I finally make it to the mines. I then throw on an iron chestplate to protect me, quote unquote. Now, when we make it to the mines, immediately zombies attack me while the miners are right there doing their work. So I'm not sure if the miners have some sort of zombie repellent thing or they just deal with this every single day. But after taking the zombies down, we finally meet back up with Pluto.
Glad to see you remember how to use your sword. That was where you got me up. Managing people.
As if. And almost immediately, she's complaining about how Jesse is not adventuring, I guess. Jesse then retaliates by mentioning her famous enchanted golden sword's missing, and she completely avoids that question. We then get bombarded by more zombies for then Pancake to complain even more. She points out that the rest of the friend group is missing. I then explain, which was a massive mistake because she's complaining even more now. But we get to the point and Jesse asks what we're even doing down here, which she does not answer to at all. Luckily, a suspiciously llama-shaped silhouette we spot ran and we started chasing it, which is apparently what we're here for. We did find the treasure sniffer, as Plo Koon calls it, and of course it's a llama, and apparently we need to return it to its owner. So we grab it and find a super weird room with the green gauntlet on top of a pyramid. We go to investigate a little further, but a whisper calling Jesse's name comes from the gauntlet, and Jesse thinks it's a great idea to touch the thing. And then it locks into his hand. We try attempting to get this thing off my hand, but we fail, and the pyramid under us completely collapses into a heck mouth. Now completely confused, Jesse and Perry the platypus just cover up the hole with one layer of dirt and get out from a hole atop of the room. I'm sure this one layer will do a lot. We throw down a sign to warn people from going near the thing, and now have to figure out what to do about this gauntlet stuck to my hand. Priya suggests we visit an old-time adventurer known as Jack. But of course, first we need to deal with the llama we got. Don't know how this is more important than the gauntlet, but yeah. Pootis explains that the llama is for her to trade back her enchanted golden sword, Miss Butter, and it was stolen by a woman named Stella, the leader of Champion City. So we head there, and upon entering, we're introduced to a lush, futuristic type landscape with tall, modern buildings and color-coded outfits for every citizen. Now, on the outside, that looks great, but on the inside, Stella is using every one of her citizens to do everything for her. She somehow comes up with every possible way that every person in Champion City owes her something, and they gotta work to pay her back. This is the situation player model is in with their golden sword and Stella's llama. So we finally find Stella, which she's selling puppies to the audience.
Put this together right now.
Can we trade her for the llama? Oh my gosh. Yes, we can. She takes back her llama named Luna, and I confront her. She then proceeds to recognize me as leader of Beacon Town and her sworn rival. I'm with Jesse here. What is she yapping about? I correct her that I have no idea who she is and what she's talking about, but she insists I'm her rival. Anyway, we get to the point and finally ask her for the golden sword.
What do I owe you?
I'm killing you.
No.
The sword!
A diamond, maybe?
The sword!
Emerald. Don't push.
The sword! But she is not giving it up. She says that it's up for display only and that we cannot have it back. She then goes on to say that PVC pipe lives here? Oh, you gotta be kidding me, dog. And Stella tells me that her treasure haul is better than mine. Where's the option to commit terrorism in this game? Okay, well, now we need to focus on getting back her sword, so we sneak in, distract a few dogs, and find her extremely awesome and cool treasure room.
Trophy heads, gold pants, sponge blocks, a diamond hoe.
Wow.
Yep.
Rip off. And Polygon is complaining about how we're like super busy and she's not. This is the third time. I got it. I got the point. I got it. Back to the sword though. It's missing. Completely missing. We almost get caught when Stella walks in screwing around with the sword pretending to be phosphoric and is a huge fan of Jessie, apparently. We catch her in the act, and it's just, yeah. She lets us have the sword and walk out scot-free to keep this whole interaction quiet. That was the biggest fold in history, holy. And we can finally get back to Beacon Town to figure out this whole gauntlet thing. On our way there, the gauntlet starts acting up again and whispers Jessie's name. And the heck mouth explodes open and blurts charged creepers everywhere. Luckily, we were able to deal with the situation thanks to plot armor and the gauntlet. Then Jessie came up with the genius idea of covering it up again with dirt, because that clearly worked the first time. So now we're trying to get to this Jack character fast, who's in this place called Bad Luck Alley, which is 2 feet from the entrance of Beacon Town, and somehow Jessie has never been here. Anyway, we make it to Jack and Nerm's Adventure Emporium, which showcases all those sweet treasures that Jack and his accomplice Nerm have gathered over the years. And we're finally introduced to Jack, who suspiciously acts and looks a lot like Garrett the Garbage Man. Do you always talk like this?
Think you'll start talking like a normal person anytime soon?
All in good time.
So Jessie shows him the gauntlet. He's taken aback a little bit, but he recognizes it immediately. He knows that it was on top of a bottomless pit spewing monsters and that Jessie should have never picked it up. Yeah, clearly. There was also a 1-block hole next to the pit where something could be put in. Jack says that that's where the structure block goes. A block that's built entire civilizations, and that's how we stop it. Now to find one, we need to go to an ocean monument, but not any monument.
The Sea Temple.
The Sea Temple. Holy crap, it's a villager. This is Nerm, Jack's accomplice. Pretty cool to see an actual villager in the series. And then Jack tells us that he can't help us, that it's way too dangerous. Clearly after one weather storm, I'm sure we'll be fine, so he says we can do it. So Jack and Nerm show us the world map, and that it's bigger than most people think. And expanding upon the map, there's an empty square, and that's where we need to go. Cool. Now the only thing holding us back is Jack's PTSD of going there, I guess. Despite all that, he still has the exact location of the temple in his head, so we convince him, but we're gonna need some armor first. Yes, sir, the Tim Allen armor is so back. So we make it to the Sea Temple location, and before we enter, Jack says that this temple has weird properties. Properties that do not correlate with the world that Jessie knows. Now, some people say this is because of an all-powerful being called the Admin, who built the entire world according to the legend. Of course, Jack is a stern unbeliever and says it's a bunch of malarkey. So anyway, we throw on some scuba helmets and dive headfirst into the ocean. Man, Telltale pulled a few creative liberties pre-aquatic update. We eventually get to the temple and fight through some guardians and punch my gauntlet into the door hole to get inside it. Once we do, sponges clear the way and there's no turning back now. We're immediately faced by these giant Colossus statues that seem to be sentient. These look cool, and I think Mojang should take some notes here. Also, almost immediately, Jack gets PTSD from these Colossus statues and wants to keep this away from Plutonium because he doesn't want her to look at him as not cool. Okay. The next room introduces us to these Elder Guardians stuck in these water cubes, which cues an action scene where we use the surrounding sponges to kill these guys.
No.
You cannot be phasing out right now.
Jack?
So after that debacle, we discover that someone's in one of the obsidian boxes hanging from the ceiling. And to get him out, we need to unlock this door on the other side of the room. So once I unlock the door, all the obsidian cages open and the person that somehow stayed alive in there all this time is one of Jack's adventure friends, Voss. We introduce ourselves and he wants to get out of here, which is extremely valid considering what he's been through. But we convince him to come with us anyway. So we go through another creepy statue hallway, except way smaller. And I once again use my gauntlet to open another door. This unfortunately activates the sentient statues and they're booking it after us. Fortunately, there's a big automatic closing door that kept us from becoming soup. And finally, we make it to the structure block's room, where there's oddly a lot of scripture of the admin's presence. After being presented with the choice of a structure block that makes a big shield and one that shoots a boat ton of arrows, I choose the arrow one. Inconveniently at this time, the sentient statues from earlier bust through the door and start berating us. Meanwhile, while we're trying to fight through these guys, a massive hand from the bigger statues from earlier blasts through the wall, which of course is out for Jesse. This is when I get to use the structure block that mows down my enemies with ease and gives us a slight shield. We still have this Colossus in our way, which speaks and mentions Jesse's name. You can't deny. What? Yeah, they talk? What? And somehow Jesse fends off these things with his sword, and big guy wants me dead badly, which causes the first one or the other choice of the game. Save Pennsylvania under sword, or Jack the adventure. Rest in peace to Golden Sword, if you know what I'm saying. And if I already haven't said this enough, this guy wants me dead and is trying to squash me on the ceiling. Luckily, I avoided it and definitely do not die several times in this part of the game. And one swim away and we're gone. So we make the trip back, find the heck mount that's caused all this, and place down the structure block in the block slot. And it's finally covered for good. We make it through Beacon Town's gates and just in time for Founding Day, where Radar did a good job of keeping it all together. And now the entire town celebrates as I show off my brand new treasure, the structure block. Thank you for the suggestion.
A celebration like this since that crazy summer I spent with the party people of Kayatam.
And Voss, Jack, and Pegasus go off to plan their next expedition. Also, the school gauntlet.
Still don't know what I'm gonna do about you, though.
Oh,
What's that?
Pizza Tower? Holy crap, dubstep snare.
No.
Oh no.
You thought you could just run away from the admin?
Yeah, I thought I could. Call me a genius.
You've really got my attention now.